Hi, I'm Kim, and you're watching Kim Wilson TV. My channel is dedicated to helping victims of narcissistic abuse escape and stay the hell out of there. Now, today we're going to some of the very common traits and characteristics of the narcissist. Now, the narc is not very unique or special. They are a common thread, link in all of them. So the things that I've experienced are very likely the things that you've experienced. And if you're wondering exactly what you're dealing with, we're going to talk about some of those habitual traits today. Thanks for joining us. One thing to know about narcissistic personality disorder is it's often accompanied by other, issues. For example, alcoholism, drug addiction, gambling, sex addictions, chronic masturbation, an obsession with pornography. I mean, all of this is very, very common with these people. They very regularly inflict pain on people and, well, almost a form of punishment in the form of emotional abandonment. They'll shut right down. They won't talk to you. They'll have no physical contact with you. Every word you say is met with some form of sarcasm or some smug remark or eye rolling. And though you don't know what you've done, it could be something as simple as asking them a question that threatened them, making rice instead of potatoes, putting the blue sheets on the bed instead of, the green ones. It can be absolutely anything, and they will take such offense in this behavior. They will just cut you off emotionally and fly right back into total discard mode. They go from 0 to 100 like that. Really, really common everyday sort of relationship interactions can send them into such a rage. Like they're just gone crazy. I hate you, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. And you're like, whoa, why? What the hell just happened? Crazy. Narcissists have really weird, unexplainable reactions to very common everyday relationship things. Now, this is a weird one. You have to be very, very careful what you say to a narcissist, and for God's sakes, never tell them, how you're feeling, because they can't feel. They have a really adverse reaction to discussing emotion that is completely foreign to them. If you're wondering what your narcissist is covertly up to behind your back, because they're always sneaking, creeping, building their agenda, they're such bizarre and covert people. Now, if they're accusing you of doing something, that's very likely what they're doing. They have absolutely no ability whatsoever to make themselves look good. The only way they can make themselves look and feel superior is if they're inflicting harm, injury, and slander on other people. They are absolutely notorious for blaming people for the very things they themselves are doing. Narcissist instinctively has a kill or be killed sort of mentality. So even if it's something very small, like discussing where you want to plant the tomatoes versus the peppers, this can send them into an absolute kill or be killed kind of moment. Like they're in this death fight to the end, and you're still trying to figure out where to plant potatoes. Because of this human disconnect, you are not human to them. You are an object, you're a possession. The person in their life before you was an object and a possession. Their children, their parents, any of their partners, co-workers, everyone is an object or a possession. They simply cannot see you as a human being. They have no capacity to identify on a human level whatsoever. Narcissists by nature are excessively cruel, horrible, rotten, mean people with no ability to feel empathy for their victims. You are not their partner, you are not their child, you are not their parent, you are not their sibling, you are just a victim. That's absolutely all you are, just horrible, rotten, mean, deplorable, disgusting people. That's all. Now, part of a very real complexity in the narcissistic personality is they never live in their true self. They spend their entire lives trying to hide who their true self is. Now, because these are, liars, cheats, thieves, absolutely deplorable people, they're constantly going to be telling you it's you that can't be trusted. Now, though in 5 years I never displayed one single sign that I could not be trusted, and he never displayed one single sign that he could be trusted on any level, I had to listen daily to how I couldn't be trusted. I don't know. The narcissist is most definitely launching smear campaigns against you. They use slander as a form of control and manipulation. For example, I took my narc to a couple of events one time thinking he'd maybe want to meet some people, but when he realized like those people were part of, a circle that I belonged to, that he was kind of an outsider, and he was actually bad-mouthing me at my own event. The smear campaign is very common, extremely prevalent, very, very real situation where they actually, they do this smear campaign for several reasons. One, they really want to make you look bad. And, they'll get together with people that you don't even know, you've never met, and they'll just go on and on and on about how horrible and rotten you are till this person is saying, let's call this person Bob, until Bob is saying, oh my Jesus, she must be horrible. So then he'll come back to you and say, Bob thinks you're horrible. Who's Bob? The narcissist in your life most likely sees you as a possession, plus your possessions as his possessions. They are excessively greedy, and this really comes from the emptiness within them. Now, they will stuff that hole with anything. It can be human lives, it can be objects, it can be material things, money, stature, clothes, anything, absolutely anything. They're just constantly packing and packing the emptiness that is them. They're absolute, complete, and utter habitual liars. Do not believe one single word that comes out of their mouth. They do not have honesty for honesty. They are complete and utter chronic habitual liars. The covert narcissist, as I was dealing with, is an excessively destructive human being. Pretty much, you can count on them ruining, destroying, screwing up everything. They are absolute fuck-ups.
Right now you're my only reason, the only reason I stand tall.